But you in my position for sure do the same. Be the same.
Have you been sacked?
Is your wish?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. We get on very well.
No, was my boss. All right, my boss.
Oh, so it's something you need to tell us about in the written section.
No. Was my boss. Wanted to say hello, and I said, but the guys are waiting, and then they are going to kill me. He said, no worries. They will understand.
Of course, lovely people. Right. Okay, let's begin. Broadcast section and James from Sky Sports. James.
Mauricio, no European football might be disappointing for Chelsea fans, but for you, has this week felt a bit like a blessing in disguise having a full week with your squad?
Yes, because I think for us it's about to recover player from the injuries and players that were out of in the international break. For us, in the circumstance, I think it's good to have time to work. I think it was a very good week. We work really hard with the player that we have, and then time to recover player. If you are involved in competition like an European competition, it's difficult. And of course, it's a time that for the fans, of course, it's difficult because normally Chelsea is a club that is involved in the European competition, but at the moment, because of the circumstance, we are not. And I think we need to take advantage of the situation.
But some positive news for Chelsea fans, or can you bring some positive news on the injury front? Moises Caicedo, Noni, Madueke, Mark Cucurella, all back fit for Sunday?
Well, we need to assess Moy tomorrow. He was training in an individual way, not with the team until today. We need to assess tomorrow and see if he can be involved Sunday. Mark suffered a fever and is back from after when we restart the training. Noni was involved also during the week in training. I think yes, and maybe we need one day more. Maybe Broja, Armando can be involved maybe Sunday, but it's not sure. We need to assess him tomorrow. Yes, we need to recover player, and think it's important that many names and players start to be available to be involved in the game.
There's many names. Going to throw another one at you, Benoit Badiashile. If there were reports that he'd suffered a bit of a setback, is that right?
Yeah, but it was in different muscle, different thing. But it was a minor, was small. He's training with Rhys James. I think Rhys and Chukwuemeka, also Chalobah, they are very close to be involved with to start with the team to start to train.
Now on to Sunday, back at Stamford Bridge, first time in 3 weeks. The fans have been showing a bit of discontent recently. I know you've spoken, you understand how they feel, frustrated. You're frustrated you're not having your starting first team out because of the injury situation. But how important is it now to get the fans on the side starting at Stamford?
I am very... Oh, look, I say like this, like no. I am no. I really believe that they are going to be behind us for sure. It's normal when you don't win. All are disappointed, and like I told after in my press conference, it's normally that they show the feelings and the emotions. Cannot be happy after a draw in Bournemouth, and even for us and for the player. But yes, we need to understand our circumstance, and I'm not going to say that they need to understand our circumstance because fans are fans and they want to win always. But for sure, we are going to feel the support. They are going to be in behind the team. The players need the support because they need to perform. And I see with our people in behind, they are going to support better if we don't have this energy from the crowd.
And finally, for me, Conor Gallagher spoke about how he found out he was Chelsea captain last week by lifting his shirt up on his spot in the change room, seeing the captain's armband. Is that something you've done previously? And what was it about Conor that made you?
No, but he was captain against Wimbledon also. I think it's not new. I think he's supposed to be captain. But it's good to create a good history. We know, but sometimes player, but it's nice. It's nice. But the thing is, but it's normally if you see the starting 11 of on Bournemouth, I think he was also the captain against Wimbledon. Is not a surprise, I think, and then it's not a big thing to to create a party. But yes, I think he can be a captain. He is from here, from Chelsea. Came through the academy, and I think it's perfectly for him to to represent the teammate. You're welcome.
Chris,
Chris, come over.
You'll be up against Unai Emery on Sunday. Your relationship with him goes back many years. Are you friends, or is there a slight rivalry there between you?
No, I think we have a very good relationship. I think we start, he started to coach before than me because he was very in early days to be a coach. I was after, but we start to play when I was in Spain and then in different clubs in Europe. Yes, I think he's a great coach, and I think we have a very good relationship with him and with all the coaching staff of Aston Villa. I think it's going to be great to see him.
And how much is it of a benefit for yourself to not be in Europe this week, Aston Villa playing away? Do you think on Sunday, given the extra time you've spent with your players and the rest they've had, does that put you at an advantage?
I think I don't want to be, to take advantage of this situation, but I think we are not, because we didn't deserve to be involved in the Europa League. I think they have very good squad, very good players, and I think they are prepared to compete in Europe and Conference League, like they are involved. But I think for us, because of the circumstances, I think looks like we only, in Bournemouth, 15 players, and then we need to use 3-4 players from through the academy. And I think at the moment, because of the circumstance, looks like okay, it's not enough. But yes, I think that we were talking. We need time, and of course we are going to be competitive when the moment arrives that all the players will be involved again in the training and helping the team.
They got to rest a number of their first team players last night, but come Sunday, do you think that it is a good opportunity for Chelsea to get another win against Aston Villa?
Always is an opportunity. I think it's a really important game for us. I think we need to win. We need to keep going, playing well, because I think we are playing well. But in the last few weeks, I think we need to be more clinical in front of the goal and to approfit the chances that we create and convert in goals. The chances. I think that is the most important thing in football, because I think we are in all the data on the top 4. It's difficult to find some data that you say no, Chelsea is not on the top, but after in the efficacy in front of the goal, is we are in the bottom, and that is why we don't have the point that we deserve. But football is. You cannot say deserve or not deserve. It's about to win games.
John,
Are you finding it frustrating watching your team at the moment, because you know what you want, but it's not happening, and it might not happen for some time, given the players who are out there?
No, I am not frustrated, because I think if we talk about performance, I think the team is performing well. The performance, we cannot complain about the performance of the team with different players and missing many key players also on the team. I'm not frustrated. I am disappointed, because I think many teams with less score more, and that is what is the feeling. That is why we feel bad, because the players deserve more, the team deserve more. But the only way to find what we want is keep pushing, keep playing, keep doing the right thing that we are doing, replicate again and again and again and again every single game. I think I am so happy in the way they fell after Bournemouth, and of course after Nottingham. They really care about the club. They really care about to win the games. They really care about to perform better and to win games. And I think this week was good to work really hard and create good atmosphere every single day to try to translate to the competition.
And you're confident the goals are going to come, because it has been a problem here for quite some time. scoring goals. Broja, you say, is close to coming back. Could he be the answer?
Sorry, the Broja.
Broja.
To the lack of goals.
Yeah, but it's the same situation that maybe we can talk about many players. I think Broja arrived and will be involved the weekend, but it's after, I don't want to say nothing wrong, but 9-8 months that is not competing, and we cannot put the responsibility on him. Always the responsibility should be or must be the team, the collective effort, and it's not only the offensive player need to score. We need to try to score all the players that are involved in the team. But I think we cannot expect that Broja arrive and if he have the possibility to play, he's going to score in every single touch. I think he needs time also to feel the competition and start to perform in the way that I think we expect that he can perform.
And how's the owner, Todd Boehly? Do you speak to him regularly? What are his feelings on the start of the season? Are you in constant contact with him?
Bueno, we talk, but also with Vedad and with the sporting director. We are in contact. Yes, normally yes, and I think normally they are supporting the project and they are also not disappointed because I think the performance I think we share the same ideas about that. The performance is good, but we need to score goal if we want to win the game.
Last question in this section, Simon Johnson.
Hello, sir.
Nicolas Jackson, 4 yellow cards, one yellow away from a ban. Have you had a worrying? Because I think they've all been the dissent, and you clearly can't afford to be losing him with a suspension.
I told today we were talking about that, but today because we were in a meeting with him and also Enzo, I think come on, a striker 4 yellow card to ask the to protest, no, to talk with only for the referee. I think you need to get some yellow card because in different action, but not because of that. It's so easy, so cheap, yellow cards, and I think it's going to put in a very difficult situation to the team. But he understood. But we were talking about Broja, but Jackson is 21 also, and he's young. Need to learn, need to improve, need to settle himself. I think he's a fantastic player. He's going to be a fantastic player, but need time. Was one friend today with us and said, "Oh, we're talking about the players. Like I like always to do some similar, similarity with another club." And say, "Oh, but Jackson is a fantastic player. Yeah, but he need to be calm and relaxed in front of the goal, and for sure he's going to score a lot of goals." He said, "Yeah, but remember, Vinicius arrived and after 3 seasons or 2 seasons and a half, start to perform." And always we forget that we are talking about young players. Of course, you can blame us, blame me, and you can talk about tactics. We can, but they need time. They need time to settle. For me, it's no doubt that we have the talent, amazing talent on the team. But now they need time to settle, and for sure they are going to start to perform in the way that we expect.
Do you think the dissent?
But he need to be clever, that not to, to protest and to the referees in this way.
Just quick to add on, do you think that's a sign of his frustration that he's getting booked for dissent?
Well, maybe because this is his normal behavior, on the pitch. It's a thing that maybe need to improve. Maybe this season changed the rules. He came from Spain, it's different. The relationship with the referees here in England now changed and is more sensitive, the people, about this. It's all about to adapt himself, and he's clever, and he will adapt. Hope that Sunday not get we are talking about that he's clever, and then first action, yellow card.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
Hope for a different reason.
Cameras off, please. Thank you.
Now you are going to ask me about if they sack me.